I started my personal brand journey in early 2018, and my online business did revenue of 100,000 plus in just 2019. And I will teach you how to go from 0 to 10K followers and then scale beyond that and make money. Welcome everyone to the first lesson of the 12 lessons program on how to build your personal brand and scale beyond 10,000 followers. In these 12 lessons spread over 4 weeks, I will be posting 3 videos each week, and each week will have a different theme. And I will teach you how to go from 0 to 10K followers and then scale beyond that and make money. All you have to do is follow along every lesson and do the exercises that I'll tell you. I promise you, by the time both of us reach 30 days, that's 4 weeks, you will have a brand of more than 10,000 followers and you'll be prepping yourself to make money and start doing speaking gigs, influencer marketing, and so on. And before that, a little bit about myself. I started my personal brand journey in early 2018, and by the time we were in early 2020, I had about 100,000 plus followers across platforms, and my online business did revenue of 100,000 plus in just 2019. And that does not include all the speaking gigs I did in the last 2 years, more than 2 dozen and 15 plus countries, all the way from Qatar to Singapore to Vietnam. Stayed in different hotels and gave talks in front of different audiences. And before we begin the first lesson, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get the notification for the next video. Now, lesson 1. Your personal brand is more valuable asset than any other asset that you can own. That includes real estate, that includes stock in the stock market. You see, we are living in 2 worlds. There's a physical world and then there's a digital world. There are assets in the physical world and then there are assets in the digital world. As of 2020, we are spending 33% of our waking hours in the digital world. And by that I mean YouTube, Netflix, Microsoft Office and all those services, Google services, all kinds of social media, Facebook, Instagram, so on. What that means is that all the brands that exist here, they are capturing more value and they are appreciating faster in value than, let's say, a building or a real estate or just the stocks you hold. And the projection for this decade, 2020 to 2030, is that more and more people will be spending more time in the digital world, and by the end of decade, we'll be spending more than half of our waking hours in the digital world. What that means is that whatever asset you own here, that could be a YouTube channel, that could be your Instagram channel, that could be your email list, that could be your online business. Whatever asset you're owning in this world is going to be appreciating way faster because the demand, because people are spending more time here, the attention is here, is increasing, while people are getting less and less interested in owning cars or in having large houses. The assets here, real estate, are not going to be increasing that much. If you are, let's say, holding $10,000 worth of real estate, which is of course nothing, or $10,000 worth of stocks. And if you look at all the last projections of maybe past 50 years, you will see that that 10,000 will be worth roughly about $25,000 after 10 years. Okay? While a $10,000 investment over your next few years maybe in building your personal brand. And when I say that investment, I mean that would be probably in learning new skills. That would be the opportunity cost of you spending that much hours in building your personal brand here. So which you can otherwise spend in, let's say, doing part-time jobs or gigs or just a full-time job, extra hours and overtime, but you're taking time away from there and spending here. So there's an opportunity cost that has a value here. And then there is probably, if you decide further to spend money to accelerate your growth by promoting ads, maybe sometimes you'll have to do free gigs, free talks here and there, and you have to afford your own travel, your own accommodation. That might, let's say, imagine in the next 1 or 2 years, you spend maximum of $10,000, including the actual cost and the opportunity cost. Within the 10-year period, while this 10,000 would have just gone to 25,000 on average, if you look at the data of the last 5 decades, this 10,000 will be at least more than $1 million. And at least, because if you are building your personal brand the way I have seen my journey from the time I started, by the time you will be in your 2nd year, you should be having way more money than you can possibly spend. You will become completely location independent. A lot of people will become location independent in the 1st year, but by 2nd year you'll be becoming completely location independent. Last year I spent, out of 365 days, 270 days traveling to more than 10 countries and working from all those places, and that included all the way north of Norway and Sweden under the Northern Lights. That included the Desert of Arabia in Qatar. That included the Halong Bay UNESCO World Heritage Site in Vietnam. So all these exotic places you'll be traveling, and you'll be working on making your brand, earning money, being an influencer, giving talks, selling your products, merchandise, whatsoever. This will all start to happen just by 2nd year. And I haven't even seen the 10-year journey for myself yet, but all what I have seen for all the people that I follow, I admire on social media as well, a lot of them you guys follow as well, 10 years is such a long period of time that this will be a multi-millionaire brand. And that is why developing personal brand today in 2020 is the most important and the most business savvy decision you can take. So just to recap, I want you to have this concept drilled in your head. There's a physical world, and our attention, the time we are spending in this world, is decreasing. For under 35 years old, for millennials and Generation Z, they are more and more detaching themselves from this world and more living. This is their reality, the rules of this world. They order food here, they learn here, they buy groceries from here, they buy merchandise from here, they deliver services here, they seek their entertainment here. This is where they're living. This is a real world. And in next 10 years, you will see the graph getting tilted more and more in this direction. World is just gonna become more online. For you, starting now at 0 followers, this is the opportunity for you. In the next 12 lessons, I'm going to take you step by step from understanding the psychology of personal brand, to identifying your niche, to building your evergreen product, to finally scaling beyond 10,000 and making money. For this first lesson, below this video, in the description, you will find a worksheet. I urge you to do those worksheets. You'll find a link, just hop on there, because through these worksheets, I will step by step help you build your personal brand, identify your niche, even if you don't have no idea, if you don't even know how the algorithm works. Every worksheet is important. It will build on to the other. If you skip one, you'll realize, okay, you can still catch up on lesson 2, but maybe by the time you've missed first 2 and we are on lesson 8, you'll find yourself way behind to do the catching up. And again, do subscribe to the channel and have the notifications on so you get to know when the lesson 2 comes up every other day, and you get to follow week 1 to week 4 along with me. See you in lesson 2.